guys, it's Ace here, back again once again to talk about the Pokemon Direct that just dropped recently. Actually had some pretty big news, some small stuff to get out of the way first. Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Cafe Mix, some shit that nobody really cares about. There was some DLC announcement for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is what I thought would be the main thing about the Direct in the first place. It's a pretty small update. I'm not really sure what it entails. It seems like it has more trainer battles, but the main thing was the announcement of Pokemon Scarlett, Pokemon Violet Gen 9, which for some people probably think that this has come a little too soon. Now, considering that Sword and Shield came out 3 years ago, it kind of lines up. Pokemon has been doing the 3-year life cycle of new gens for quite a while now, so it makes sense. I can see why some people would think that this is too soon though, considering we just got BDSP a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, and we just got Legends Arceus like not too long ago. So a lot of Pokemon stuff is actually coming out this year back to back, which, I mean, for a Pokemon fan, is either good or bad. Maybe if one of the games to have more quality, I can see why it would be better for them to be taking longer, but they've been doing it like this for a while now, so, you know, take it or leave it, it does make sense for them to be doing it this year. So Pokemon fans is definitely eating, and Nintendo themselves are putting out a lot of games right now. But what are my thoughts on the game? Now that there's a lot to go by, the main thing is that the game actually does look like a Switch game for the most part. I've seen a lot of people compare to Super Mario Sunshine, which I don't know if it looks that bad. I'm kind of flip-flopping between, wow, this game looks like a huge improvement, and this game kind of looks pretty iffy. There are some shots that look good, some shots that look mediocre. I've noticed a lot of the ground and background areas do look pretty low res. Of course, the gameplay isn't final. We still have a whole year for it to come out, but considering Pokemon's graphical fidelity in the past few games, I'm not really expecting the game to improve that much more. It's not like I need the game to look too much better, but if they can make some of the textures look a bit better, then I call that pretty good for Game Freak at least. I don't think the game needs too much of a graphic boost from what it looks like right now, mainly just cleaning up on some of the textures. But besides that, I think it looks pretty alright. A lot of people point out that the Manaton and Seviper actually look pretty good, as far as like Seviper having scales, the Manaton looking magnetic rather than the cell shaded art style that Sword and Shield have. So graphically, it does look like an improvement, and the world does look more open. Now, Game Freak has said on Twitter that this is an open world Pokemon game. I'm not really sure what that exactly entails for Pokemon specifically, but if we get something like Legends Arceus in this new Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, I feel like Pokemon can really make this probably one of the better Pokemon games of the last few years. What I think would be ideal, because I don't think they're ever gonna abandon the old RPG turn-based style, especially considering that this is a mainline game, but I can see them incorporating a lot from Legends Arceus into Violet and Scarlet. Mainly the catching. I want the catching and the instantaneous battle to going from town to town implemented into all the Pokemon games here on out. I also feel like this game could potentially have an interesting story. Just going off the trailer, it looked like some guy was looking around for something. I'm not sure if maybe that was just a commercial for Violet and Scarlet, or if that kind of alludes to what the game is going to be about. Most likely we're just doing the whole become a trainer, become the champion kind of thing, but there was kind of a mystery element to it that makes me wonder if potentially this game will be slightly different from others. That's just my thought though. And Violet and Scarlet are pretty interesting names, considering we haven't had a color-based game since Black and White. Kind of funny that they're going back to that, considering that Scarlet is just another way for Red. One thing about these games is that the protagonists look like dick. I don't know what happened since Black and White that all these protagonists are now just dripless losers. Like, these dudes, like, this is a protagonist that gets no bitches whatsoever. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Character customization is gonna carry this shit so hard, because I cannot imagine walking around looking like this. Now, the main thing that a lot of people are already pointing to are the starter Pokemon, which I can see the fan made. I can see how people are saying it looks kind of fan made. Personally, I don't think they're too bad. They do look very different from previous starters. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. Upon looking at the starters, I was definitely the biggest Fuecoco hater, period. But the more I look at him, the more I see potential within this mon. Like, he does look like a stupid ass kind of alligator snake looking thing. I'm not sure, but I see potential. And the main thing between Fuecoco and the other two is that Sprigato is that I feel like everyone's kind of guessing of what this will be. Like, this is the only starter where you'll actually be surprised by its evolution. I also guess this kind of debunks the whole Chinese zodiac theory people had going with the starters. Or maybe this will turn into some kind of crocodile snake thing, who knows. Quaxley looks pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie, even with the fucking pompadour hat it's got going on. And Sprigato, who I thought was the best looking one, and I still think looks pretty solid, is growing more off me the more I look at it. It just looks a little too basic compared to the other two, but I'm still pretty hyped for the potential of these starters. So Violet and Scarlett are looking pretty decent so far. There's not a lot to go off of, but honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this game, especially compared to Sword and Shield. Now, maybe as more comes out, my opinion will change. I remember when Sword and Shield was initially announced, I was pretty hyped, and the more we learned about it, the less appealing it came to be. But whether or not they do Dex or some shit, I don't really care, as long as the game is fun. I feel like Pokemon games can always be just a little bit fun. It's everything around it and how the games evolve that kind of have put a lot of fans off. But I'm thinking that this game will probably be pretty good. We had until 2022 for them to fix around some of the rougher edges and show us what they have. And I'm pretty excited. So y'all let me know what you think. What starter you're going to choose. Are you choosing Violet or Scarlet? Let me know. And in the meantime, have yourself a damn good one.